We all use and love PyTorch in our day-to-day life while using all of these AI-powered tools. The Chinese equivalent of PyTorch is this playful PaddlePaddle. PaddlePaddle, or short for Parallel Distributed Deep Learning, is an open source deep learning framework developed by Chinese company Baidu, which is also called as Google of China. In this video, I am going to show you how you can get it installed, the PaddlePaddle I mean. I am also going to describe the difference of PaddlePaddle with PyTorch, and we will see hands-on example of how to use PaddlePaddle. And if you're wondering about this name PaddlePaddle, it is a playful duplication for branding like Bye Bye or Go Go. It emphasizes ease of use and maybe memorability in my opinion. The first paddle stands for, as I said, parallel distributed deep learning, while the second paddle reinforces it as a friendly, approachable framework, especially in English naming style. And it's not a new framework, by the way. It's been around, I think, almost 10 years now, 9 years, something like that. So if you look at its architectural and technical details, it was first released to the public in 2016, and since then it has evolved into a comprehensive platform that includes a core training framework, model libraries, end-to-end tools, and deployment capabilities. It supports both dynamic and static computational graphs, automatic parallelism for distributed training, and is optimized for heterogeneous hardware including NVIDIA's GPUs, Huawei's Ascend NPUs. With growing popularity in China and increasing international adoption, PaddlePaddle is particularly well suited for developers working with Chinese language models or deploying AI at scale in production setting. I will also be showing you the comparison soon, but for now, let's get it installed. I'm going to use this Ubuntu system. I have GPU card NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. You can also get it installed on CPU. Let me first create a virtual environment with Coda. If you're looking to rent a GPU or VM or CPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to the website in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. And our environment is created. Now let's do the installation. If you're just looking to install PaddlePaddle with CPU, only run pip install PaddlePaddle. For GPU, install PaddlePaddle-GPU. If you also want Paddle NLP or natural language support, then also install Paddle NLP. So let me run this. While this gets installed, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation. And PaddlePaddle is now installed with NLP support. Now let me show you how you can use it. First, let's verify that it is installed. For that, let me take you to my VS Code, and this is the script which you can use to test it out. So first I'm importing this paddle, then I'm checking its version, if it is compatible with CUDA, which is the NVIDIA software for GPUs, and then I'm just printing out some tensor shapes. So let me run this. And you can see that now this command verifies that PaddlePaddle is installed and running successfully with this latest 2.6.2 version. And CUDA is also enabled and it detects this one GPU card. After that, it is also telling us that this CUDA's deep neural network library, the CUDNN version 9.10 is now correctly loaded, which this library is very important. This is NVIDIA's GPU accelerated library for deep learning primitives like convolutions, RNNs, and tensor operations. It also boosts training and inference performance in frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch, and PaddlePaddle. And then it is telling us that tensor operations are running on the GPU, which primarily this place GPU1. And this is also just giving us example of some successful tensor addition. Okay, so now let me show you how to use this PaddlePaddle. And this is the script which we are going to test. So this is loading an Ernie 3.0 mini model from Baidu. If you don't know what these Ernie models are, by the way, and these are the videos around PyTorch which I did earlier, but if you just search with Ernie on my channel, you will see that Baidu has released various Ernie series of models. Their latest one is this Ernie 4.5, which is a very good model. So I'm just going to go with the previous Ernie model, a small mini model, and I'm just trying to do a simple classification with two simple English sentences into positive or negative sentiments, and I'm going to run it on the GPU, the model I mean, and then I'm going to output the prediction labels. So let me go back here and run this code. And when the first time you run it, it downloads that model, and I've just reverted to Ernie 1 model just to speed this up. It's a very small model, as you can see. So let's wait, and this will be only the first time. And you can see that after loading the model, it has done the sentiment analysis that I love this project is negative, whereas worst experience is also negative. Output is wrong, but let's not worry about the model. It's a very old model, by the way. But anyway, this is how you can use PaddlePaddle to do not only classification but lot of other stuff, just like you can do it with PyTorch. And that takes us to this comparison, which shows us a bird eye view of how exactly these two really amazing technology differ. And I have to be upfront that PaddlePaddle is great, but PyTorch is in another league. It is very mature and very highly regarded. Having said that, if you look at this table, this highlights how PaddlePaddle really serves the same core function as PyTorch, building and training deep learning models, but with different strengths and adoption patterns. Both frameworks support dynamic computation graphs through Paddle. The PaddlePaddle also integrates static graph capabilities for optimized performance, while PyTorch enjoys global dominance with a vast open source ecosystem and seamless integration into platforms like Hugging Face. PaddlePaddle is more popular in China and features a tightly integrated ecosystem with models and tools tailored for Chinese use cases. But I have seen in the recent months that some companies in Middle East, in Southeast Asia, have also started using it, and there is community developing around that PaddlePaddle. Also, PaddlePaddle support for additional hardware like NPUs and its industry-focused optimization for it make it quite appealing for certain production scenarios. But its relatively smaller international community and documentation base can be limited for developers outside China. So still pretty good, I would say, and always good to have alternates and options so that we don't really get tied up to one specific technology. That's it. Please like the video and share it, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so, as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.